Hey, what's up, everyone? I just wanted to show you a bad purchase I made. I was on Amazon, and some of you know I'm kind of in uh, the habit of lately of getting some traditional style pocket knives. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I've kind of gone from not really having much of an appreciation of them to enjoying them. So I have a couple of Congress knives. One of them's a cheapy Schrade Imperial, and the other one's a decent. Well, I think it's actually nice, but it was a lower price Boker. Well, I bought this one. It was the Schrade Old Timer. Now, from what I've read, the Old Timer knives were pretty decent knives a while back, and then they said that the quality suffered. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe Old Timer was bought out by Schrade. I'm not sure about that. So I bought this. And when I got it, I was a little disappointed at it. I expected it to be a little different. Um, yeah, I'm going to hold it up closer so you can kind of see it a little bit. Sorry for that reflection on the nameplate, but you can see that Old Timer. It looks like it has brass balusters and, um, stainless steel. Nothing fancy, just a regular stainless steel on there. And it's a little different with the blade profiles than on some of my current ones. The ones I have now usually have two sheep's foot blades. This one only has one, which isn't a big deal. I can get by with one. So this is what we're looking at right here for blade selection. Now here's the thing with this. For one thing, usually I've had good luck lately with the blades coming fairly sharp, at least out of the box. This one, they weren't fairly sharp. Actually, they weren't sharp at all. I mean, not at all. It was actually tearing the paper. I tried it a couple of them, tearing the paper as I tried to cut. Now, it shouldn't be a big deal for me to, sharpen them and maybe run them on the strop a few times. Should be able to get them decent. Of course, I'll probably have to get used to that if I want to use it. And then like over here, it said it had like a saw cut handle, and I don't know why I was thinking wood, but it's just kind of weird. It's just, it almost looks like the lines you'd see in a pair of jeans. I don't know if that's picking up. It's just kind of a weird like texture, but and the blades are a little small. But I kind of figured that going in. They open up fairly easily, except for this one. This one doesn't open up too easily. I'm thinking they'll get better as it's opened and closed more often. So, not real impressed by this. Now, normally what I would say is, something isn't too great, but, for the price, it's not bad. So, I mean, I'm not going to hold this to the same standard as I would hold, like, a $100 knife. But here's the funny thing. This knife right here is a Schrade Imperial. It's also a Congress knife. The Old Timer cost $18, almost $19. The Schrade Imperial Congress, I believe, cost me about $8. Now, the funny thing is, the Imperial, which was less than half the price, seems to have a better fit and finish than the Old Timer. Has the same blade steel from what I can see. Looks a lot nicer. And actually came pretty sharp, believe it or not. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, okay, $8 knife, I'm going to have to do some work on this. But it actually came in pretty good shape, and I really, sorry about that, guys. And I really like these handles. I mean, I have knives with similar handles. I mean, I know they're just like synthetic, like plastic kind of things, but they're nice synthetic sort of plastic kind of things. Same here, like it's kind of nice and smooth and well finished. This one's leaves a little bit to be desired, especially like right around here, whereas this is kind of soft and whatnot. Like I said, the handles, to me, I think they are much more attractive handles. So moral to the story is beware buying Schrade, because I don't know if you remember some of my reviews that I've done of switchblades that I have, and the Schrade switchblade sucked. It is the worst one I have by a mile. It's just really bad. I also have a Schrade fixed blade, and really that was nothing but disappointment. These two knives, though, this is really the only thing I bought that had anything to do with Schrade that I actually liked. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because I purchased a few more Imperial knives. If you are interested in the Imperial knives, they are really, really bargain knives, but they are pretty good for the money. And I think that's what this boils down to, is that, you wouldn't feel this knife in your hand and be super impressed with it. Or maybe you would, I don't know. But for $8, it's a fantastic bargain. This one, $18, $19, just not worth it. To be honest with you, I could actually picture this going for about $18. If I got this for $18, I'd say, well, $18 knife. This one I just feel like I got ripped off for. Really low quality, to be honest with you. It feels really cheap, like really, really cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here's a a trapper made by Boker. It's a Solingen. This is a high quality knife, in my opinion. I wasn't expecting this when I dropped $18 for this, but I was at least expecting this because I'm thinking, well, if you can get a Schrade knife like this for $8, for 18 or 19, again, probably about 120% more, you're going to get probably better quality in this. No, I got to tell you, rather than buy the old timers, I'd rather just buy these Imperials. You'll save a lot of money, and plus, I got to tell you, it's got a little more blade real estate, let's say, to work on. They actually came sharp. My only hit on these is that they were really gritty when I first got it. That's a little tight too. They were really, really gritty and tough to open. But I've noticed that as I've used them a few times, it's not as bad as far as them as opening and closing. This one's a little tight still, but the other three blades really aren't bad at all. And like I said, they came pretty sharp. Like, you just need a little refinement on a strop, and you're not bad. You're not in bad shape with this knife, and it looks cool for $8. It doesn't look like it's an $8 Walmart knife basically, and it's well done, to be honest with you. I think this is a fantastic bargain. If this were $8, even at $8, I wouldn't call this a fantastic bargain. I'd still feel like I kind of got it's an $8 knife. I paid $8. That's good. Whereas with this one, I feel like I kind of lucked out and I got a really good deal from it. There we go. Got a little bit of etching there. Imperial by Schrade. Whoever's running the Imperial division over at Schrade, they might want to consider taking the name Schrade off the blade and just call it Imperial Knives, because they might actually sell more. Just my thoughts on that, because to me, Schrade is not doing them, the Schrade name is not doing them any favors. I mean, this is just so much better than this. It's not even funny. This is actually my first old-timer knife, and it's going to be my last old-timer knife. Won't be buying any more of these. The Imperials, I do see myself buying some other ones. The thing is, right now, I have the Imperial Congress, the Imperial Stockman, the Imperial Trapper, the Imperial Sodbuster, and I think I picked up an Imperial Barlow. So I kind of get one of each style. I'm wondering if they have like a toothpick knife or a very small pen knife or a canoe knife. I might pick up one of those just to kind of have like a slightly different style, different representation in my collection. As you can tell, I'm buying $8 knives, so it's not a real high-end collection, as you can tell. But I think it's pretty cool because I have a lot of different styles and traditional styles, And then, like I said, you can't always go by money, because $8 is 40% of that price, basically 45%, and it's way better. Like I said, like with right here, I have my Boker Congress knife. Now, the Boker Congress knife was about $36. And the funny thing again is this Congress knife is $18. This one is not twice as good as this. This is about 10 times better than this. This is, like I said, you look at the price and say, okay, so this is twice the price. It's not twice the quality. It's like 10 times the quality and usefulness, in my opinion. So like I said, as far as good deals go and value, yeah, not that one. These two. But like I said, beware the old timer. Have a good one, and I am going to come back with some more knife videos probably. Maybe another one very soon. See you later.